Let's all play What's My Line?
Well, hello, Arlene.
How are you,
Hello,
dear?
Gail.
Hello.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Larry.
Hello, Soupy.
Hi, Larry.
And hello, Mr. Daly, wherever you are. Today, we have two fascinating challengers and a mystery guest for you a little later. Right now, with the first challenger, enter and sign in, please. Kathy Sachs. That's a pretty whatever that is.
It's a tablecloth.
A tablecloth. I see. Okay, and where are you from, Kathy?
Originally from Chicago.
Originally from Chicago. Okay, panel. Kathy Sachs has a steady job as a nightclub showgirl. Several times each month, however, she moonlights as a lecturer to conventions, luncheon groups, and such. Now we'll show the audience the subject of her lectures. And we'll start the questioning with Soupy Sales.
Thank you, Larry. Kathy, this subject that you lecture on, would it appeal more to one group than another?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Gail.
This lecture, does it have anything to do with any kind of performing?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Alan.
It appeals equally to men and women, then, I gather, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, is it anything to do with human behavior?
Well, only in the broadest possible sense.
That's what I mean, in the broadest possible sense.
In the broadest possible sense, no. Arlene?
When you lecture, is it more of a serious nature than a laughing nature?
It's very serious. But I try to
It's a serious
keep it
nature,
light.
but if you would think of it in terms of a philosophical area, it is not, in that sense, a serious nature.
Yeah.
Well, is it...
I mean, you wouldn't be sad and cry.
No, well, I very, very rarely am. Does it have to do with anything that you might do around your home?
Well, it could, yes.
It's something that you could do around your home, but in the context that she teaches it, you would not, I don't think. So that's 4 down and 6 to go, Soupy.
This thing that you lecture on, is it about one particular subject? Like, would it involve around, say, an automobile of some kind or vehicle?
Is that a for example, or are you asking
No,
about automobiles?
I'll make it. Does it have anything to do with an automobile?
No,
No.
it does not. 5 down and 5 to go, Gail.
Does this have anything to do with the occult or astrology?
No.
6 down and 4 to go, Alan.
Oh, you did. Now that I was all set to go on
sorry,
yoga,
Alan.
but that's obvious. You took care of that. Does it have anything at all to do with physical activity? I mean,
A bit.
It does. You do talk about something that is physically active,
It
right?
can become very physical in a sense, but not enormously, and it's limited.
Thank you.
What did that mean?
That's what I meant.
You couldn't say that again if you had tried. What
I
did you-
wouldn't try either.
Do you know what you just said?
No,
Nothing.
that's what I hope to communicate to you. It's physical. It can be. There's a physical aspect to it, but it's minimal.
Let me ask you a question. Can I do what you talk about doing?
Yes.
Do I do what you talk about doing?
I don't know. How
It's
can I
hard for her to answer
that?
yes or no.
You've
She
got to
has to
know me very well to know whether or not I do it.
better
right?
than she does, and we'll try to protect her from that.
Is it a thing that Arlene does?
Gosh, I don't know.
Don't know Arlene that well either.
I see. Is there anything Arlene and I can do together?
Yes, yes.
Oh, come on, let's find out.
Yes, you could.
We could do it together.
Yes.
Yes.
And yet it has nothing to do with physical behavior. Now, that's how I got around that. That's how I was getting around to sex. It does-
Behavior.
Okay.
Does it have anything to do with sex?
Only in the sense of substitution. That's 7 down and 3 to go.
Now, what does that
We're not doing that together, whatever it is. Does it have anything to do, you said you ruled out philosophy, but could it have anything to do with a yoga type of thinking?
Probably not, no. 8 down and 2 to go, Soupy.
Is there, whatever you teach, is there any, when you teach, is there any physical contact made between the two people?
No.
What you do?
No? Did she touch them in any way?
No, I mean,
No.
but, you know.
9 down and 1 to go, Gail?
Does it have anything to do with food?
No.
Nothing to do with food. She teaches people to gamble. Kathy Sachs appears as a showgirl and a dancer at the Lido de Paris show and the Stardust Hotel in Las Vegas, where she also moonlights as a gambling instructor. Could you explain something to us about that?
Yes, I'd be happy to.
Okay, that would be lovely. Jennifer, would you bring out our crap table, please?
Oh,
Okay, let's go up there.
Okay.
Now then, could you give us a simple explanation
Yes,
of craps, what it is and how it works?
Craps is made by rolling the dice. You bet your money, and if a 7 or an 11 comes up, you win. If 2, 3, or 12 comes up, you lose. If you roll a number, you must make that number again before a 7 comes up and win. If a 7 comes up before you make your number, you lose.
Now-
It's really as simple as that.
Well, now, it used to be as simple as that when I was, in the service and we were all off in the corner of the barracks, but it isn't that simple with this sort of thing. Now, for example, do I have to be rolling the dice in order to bet?
No, you can bet when somebody else is rolling the dice. Everybody gets a chance to roll the dice.
Okay, now, what do I do if I want to bet with the person who's rolling the dice?
You place your money right here along the pass line.
Okay, now how about if I want to bet against him?
Oh,
What do I do?
it's simple. Right here, where it says don't pass.
Now, where I put the money there?
Mm-hmm. Place
Now,
your money there.
If I put the money there, what happens then?
If you put the money on the don't pass bar,
Yeah, or the pass line, and then he rolls, then what takes place?
oh, okay, fine. You have actually a check here, a casino check, you know? And the guy rolls the dice, and depending on the number he rolls, you either win or lose. If he rolls a 7 or an 11, you're going to win on that bet. If he rolls a number, you can increase your bet by backing it up and taking odds. You have to
Wait a
for-
minute. Now, you say you back it up and take odds. Does anybody on the panel know what that is?
uh-huh.
What is it? Arlene, I'm shocked, because I don't know what it means.
Back it up. You mean you don't take you?
What
You
does-
can add to
put
your
more
bet.
money
If
on.
you have a $5 chip on, you can then put another $5 chip on.
If a man has an easy point, for instance, is that right? You think it's an easy point, and you
Or,
want it.
yes, an easy point, but if it's a harder point, then you get better odds
Yeah.
on the harder points to make, so that
But you know, if
evens
what
out.
kind of dumb player I am, I put them on both, pass and don't pass.
And hope to break even.
Yeah, and break even.
What is this? These numbers here, this little panel.
These are the numbers that you can actually buy if you want to, or say somebody rolls a 5, then the dealer will mark the 5 with something that looks like a hockey puck, and so that's up there and you know it, and you wait for that 5 to come up again. But you can actually have the dealer put money on all these numbers, and when they come in, provided that a 7 doesn't come in, you get paid on them plus odds.
Now, what are the odds on these?
Well, that's this 4 and this 10 pays. Do you know, panel?
Even money?
No,
No.
Sue?
I don't know what that is.
3 to 1?
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yeah. And the 5 and the 9?
It's 3 to 2? Or what?
It's the
Well,
other
that's
one.
7 to 5.
7 to 5.
Uh-huh. And the 6 and 8?
Yeah.
What's that?
What do they pay? 6 to 8.
6.
Huh?
7 to 6.
7 to 6.
Now, what's all
That's
this?
if you buy the numbers.
What's this, Arlene? What are these?
I never played the field.
That's what I always say about you.
Well, what happens to you if you do?
Well, Arlene is really smart in saying that because, you know, in both meanings, this field bet, you know, it's a one-roll bet, and you don't have much of a chance of winning a lot of money if you play the field. So,
Or
but
much
if
of
you
anything
put
else.
a coin, you can put a coin on this field, as you know, I'm sure. And if any one of these numbers come up in the next row, you win. If a 2 or a 12 come up, you're paid 2 to 1. But if the 3, 4, 9, 10, and 11 come up, you win even money.
That's
really
really fascinating, Kathy, and there must be so much more to it.
Yes.
We
It
could
goes
be here
so
all day.
fast.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas at the Stardust one time, and they cover any bet, and a guy got excited, and his teeth fell out, and the dealer says, "You're covered," and he took his out and put it.
Kathy, thanks for being with us.
All What's My Line contestants receive Sarah Coventry jewelry. Elegantly designed springtime pendant earrings in silver tones set with lilac stones and silver chain pastel glow necklace. And Vanda Beauty Products. Your phone book lists your Vanda Beauty counselor, who comes counseling to help you select your own customized beauty program. And a lovely dress from Sue Brett, the house of many moods. Sue Brett dresses, hot pants, pant dresses, and ensembles that create excitement and fit to perfection, Larry.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. Now would our next challenger enter and sign in, or at least check in, please? Joey Edwards. Joey can write his own name, he wrote that, but the problem is that he is a very slow and meticulous writer. And it's very neat, and it took a long time to do, so he decided he'd rather do it that way. Where are you from, Joey?
Arlington, Texas.
Arlington, Texas. Panel, Joey Edwards is 8 years old, and he is listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the youngest person in the world to hold down a job like his. Now we'll show the audience what his line is. And we'll start the questioning with Arlene Francis.
Thank you. Does your job have something to do with a game or a sport?
No.
1 down and 9 to go. Soupy?
This job that you do, Joey, do you work for a profit-making organization?
Yes.
Oh, boy. 8 years old, I was going, ga-ga-goo-goo-goo-ga. He's got a job. This thing that you do, Joey, would I come to you for this, to see about this thing that you do, this service that you provide?
That's hard to say. Probably not. He would do it independent of you. Gail? 2 down, 8 to go.
Joey, do you do this job outside?
No.
3 down and 7 to go. Alan?
Joey, do you go to an office to work?
Yes.
Do you have a desk?
No.
Really? You don't have a... wait, 1 minute. You don't have a desk that you sit at or a place? Okay, he decided that he has a kind of a desk.
He has a. Does what you do have anything to do with paper and pencils?
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with mathematics of any sort?
No.
4 down and 6 to go. Arlene?
Well, would you consider yourself a newspaper man of any kind?
Yes.
Now, what does he do?
Do you write a column?
No,
Yes.
he is not a column. Well, he writes a column, but he is not a... Well, that's part of it. He guess he does write a column. Go ahead. That's...
Very tough for you to give me a yes, Larry.
That one is. He's better at this than I am, which is a little unnerving. Okay, he does write a column, which I...
He does write a column.
But that's not what he does.
He...
So that's a qualifies. Part of his job, he writes a column.
Does he write a column on the subject of what he does?
That describes your job. Do you do that?
No.
No? 5 down and 5 to go. Soupy?
Well, wait a minute. Now, we know he writes for paper. We have to decide what kind of column he writes?
No, all you know is that among the other things he does, he writes a column on this paper. Now, you have to find out what his
well.
job is on the paper.
I know what it is then.
Oh, well,
I
then
know what
he's
it
the
is.
sports editor.
Sports editor. That's not right. 6 down and 4 to go. Gail?
Are you a reporter?
No.
Are
7
you
down.
the editor?
He
Yes.
is the managing editor. Joey, at 8 years old, is listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's youngest newspaper editor. He is managing editor of the Hoot Owl. And here's a copy of it, which likewise made Guinness as the world's fastest growing newspaper. What's the circulation, Joey?
426,000.
What?
426.
Now, the Times in New York only has a circulation of about 850,000. How is your circulation so big?
Well, the Hoot Owl's an insert in 15 daily papers.
I see. And how did you happen to get it into those 15 daily papers? Surely you don't have to sit there and slip it in.
No,
Mr.
Well-
Edwards' father owns all those papers.
no.
No, did they help you to distribute them to the papers? Does it come out every day? Does it come out once a week? How often does a paper come out?
The second and fourth Friday of every month.
That's amazing. How big is your staff?
We have 300 kids.
On the staff. Now, what sort of paper is the Hoot Owl?
It's a newspaper for kids and by kids.
And who subscribes to it? Do you have any notable subscribers?
36 congressmen and the president of PepsiCo. They're sponsoring us on our trip. And the president of the United States.
That's really marvelous, Joey. Congratulations, and thank you for being with us all month long. Blindfolds all in place panel?
Yeah.
Would our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Okay, panel. One question at a time, and let's start with Gail.
Thank you, Larry. Mystery guest, are there more than one of you?
No, there's just one at the present time. There's one.
One, he says. Alan?
Are you best known for your work on television?
Yes.
Arlene?
Are you,
You may say best known for it, Alan, but not only known for it.
then are you also known for your work in the theater?
Yes, I am.
Soupy?
Are you in a show that is playing on Broadway at the moment?
I am.
Gail?
Is that show a comedy?
Yes, it is.
Alan?
Is it musical comedy?
No, it's not.
Arlene?
Show playing on Broadway at the moment. And it's a comedy.
Yep.
And you are the star?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll answer that one. Okay, so, Soupy, I'm sorry.
What? Sorry, what?
I
Is it
just
my
didn't-
turn?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I'm so sorry. I didn't tell you.
would you be the brilliant Art Carney?
He would. Arthur? Art Carney can probably do more things well than any 20 guys in the building. It's really amazing.
And he can do more voices, so he could really have fooled us.
Well, in the days of radio, I don't know how many people know that in the days of radio, Art was one of the great radio actors of all time.
But
really.
what I want to know is, other than the fact that Art is starring in The Prisoner of Second Avenue, when you were with Horace Height's band,
You got a memory.
what did you do with his band?
I did an act. Impersonations, mimicry, and some novelty songs and things like that.
Who
That's
did
how
you
I got started.
impersonate?
James Polk. James Fenimore Cooper.
James Fenimore Cooper.
Yeah. Sure, close your eyes, you swear he's in the room. William Jennings Bryan. I did all those people.
But in those days, now this is the late 30s. Who did you imitate besides like it was Franklin Roosevelt and Elvis?
That was the
Yeah,
most
I did.
spectacular.
Ned Sparks and Edward G. Robinson and Cagney, and all the ones that everybody did, you know, and the radio commentators, Gabriel Heater and Bo Carter. There's an old one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Winchell and all of them.
At what point did you suddenly get to be Art Carney?
When I went into radio, I guess, when I did some soap operas and gangbusters and counters. We worked together on some shows, I know that.
Yeah, I walked in and said, dinner is served, and then there was a long scene that you were in. All right, don't go away, will you? We have to break away for a minute. Don't leave. We'll be right back right after this message. Good luck at the Amundsen with the play. Prisoner of Second Avenue. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for What's My Line, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.